Hi, we've got new hair. Let's just debut that first. I mean, you come here for the movie chat, not for the hair chat, but look how shiny it is. It'll never look this good again. It was done this evening. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, why am I here in this rainy car park? You can probably hear the rain on the roof, actually. We're here to talk about, I say we, like it's not a two-way thing, is it? I am here to talk about The Gentleman, which I've just been to see. I went to a new cinema, not the one that I have a limitless pass for. I went to a Cineworld cinema near where I live called Rushden Lakes. It's the first time I've been. It's very fancy, so that was nice to try a different cinema. The film is written and directed by Guy Ritchie. It is a return to his roots, if you like. So if you don't know, I mean, I don't know how you couldn't, but if you don't, Guy Ritchie made his debut with Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels way back when, I don't even know when, late 90s, very late 90s, which sort of made his name. And then his follow-up, his next offering was a film called Snatch. They're both Cockney gangster films of a sort. My preference is for Snatch. I absolutely love it. It makes me laugh, and it's approaching being 20 years old and it still makes me laugh a lot. And then he sort of went and did some weird things, like he married Madonna. That's quite weird. He made some films that were not so great, including one with his wife, then wife Madonna, and he kind of lost the plot a little bit. Some people consider his Sherlock Holmes films that he made with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law a return to form. His most recent film was the live action remake of Aladdin, which is very much not him, but it did not critically perhaps loved, but certainly did well at the box office because it's a live action Disney film with Will Smith in it. And then this, and when this was released, like I think it was New Year's Day, people kind of went, oh, when did he make this? Like, when did this happen? Because like Aladdin would have been a big project. It definitely would have been a big project. So where did he find the time? But that's not for us to know. He found the time. The result is The Gentleman. I will say that I did enjoy it immensely. I laughed quite a lot. It is very much in the vein of Lock, Stock and Snatch. So you've got that stop the action and rewind. You've got captions and subtitles and gimmicks, and that was kind of what he was sort of famous for. He was very sort of stylized filmmaking style with his first two projects. So it's very much that. I feel like I'm erming a lot this evening. I do apologise. I'm quite tired. And there I go again. So, plot-wise, Hugh Grant plays a sleazy private eye called Fletcher. He is having so much fun in this film. It is ridiculous. So he's a little bit camp and a little bit sleazy. I mean, he's not a little bit sleazy. He's a little bit camp. He's very sleazy. And he's telling the story to, can't remember, Raymond. Raymond is the right-hand man of Mickey Pearson, who is played by Matthew McConaughey. He's had the biggest sort of marijuana growing business in the UK for many a decade, and now he's ready to sell it. So that's kind of what's going on. But like any Guy Ritchie film of this ilk, there's double crosses, there's things going on behind the scenes, people aren't what they seem, and so on and so forth. The sort of what's holding it together, the structure of it, is Fletcher goes to the home of Raymond, who is Mickey's right-hand man, to say, look, I've got all this dirt on Mickey, I'm going to sell it to this tabloid editor, played by Eddie Marsan, or you can give me money and all of this goes away. So he's trying to blackmail them, which is obviously ill-advised because Mickey's like, you know, a drug lord and knows his stuff. And but the gleeful way in which Fletcher tells the story is very engaging and very funny. Raymond is played by an actor called Charlie Hunnam. Most people would recognise him as the lead in the Netflix biker gang series Sons of Anarchy. He is quite the heartthrob. We don't use the expression pin-up anymore. Do people still put posters on their walls? Do kids do that? I don't know. But yes, he's become quite the sex symbol in recent times, as Charlie Hunnam Moore in the last sort of decade. Fun fact, some of you will know this, some of you won't. He is originally from Newcastle, like what I am, and was actually in, albeit briefly, I believe, children's TV programme from Up Home by Grove. It's the first time I've seen him play a character with a Geordie accent, probably since Bygar Grove, which was quite refreshing. It wasn't a very broad accent, but the start of the film was like, what is his accent? Then I was like, oh, it's his actual accent, like it's his voice. So that was quite nice. He was very good. He had a sort of, he was really, you could tell that he could handle himself, and you certainly get examples of that throughout the film, but he's got this real calm, so he was, that's, you know, I wasn't big into Sons of Anarchy, so it's the first thing I've sort of seen him in recent times, and he was very good. Hugh Grant, as I said, was amazing. Matthew McConaughey is very slick. Michelle Dockery played